Hi and Happy New Year. Makers are already moving into the Valentine, so I've designed this morning with some pens. I'm wanting to see if the DX can cut out on this big, heavy cardboard box. This is like a cardboard box you would move with, so we're going to check it out. First, we're going to scan it and using the scanning mat. We're going to put it in the scanning mat. Remember, the DX has a specific scanning mat, which is very expensive, so I'm going to use my $6.50 and scan into this one. All right, and that'll start scanning. Okay, and there's our image. We're going to tell it an inside-outside cut. We're probably going to just reduce that a little bit to get rid of any junk that maybe was on the screen that we don't want. It gives us a preview. Okay, we're going to save it. And where are we going to save it? That's always the question. We're going to save it to the stick. Don't forget to be using your stick, because now you can pull that stick out and you can walk over to the DX and put that stick in the DX. Now we're going to retrieve the data. Whoops, it says it's not inserted. And sometimes it doesn't feel it, and this might be a good little thing to learn about. It doesn't always feel it until that little light shows up. See how it turns red, and then it says, okay, I'm retrieving the information. And we're going to scroll down and find our image. Okay, and there it is on the ScanNCut DX. Now this is a very heavy material, so remember, we're on the standard mat. You have to use the dedicated mat for the DX. I really taped this down, and I'm hoping it's going to work. Let me kind of show you how thick that is. It's pretty thick, and I'm not totally sure it's going to be able to do it, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to bring it over to the DX, set it in place, and I've got it on deck 2. Don't forget that, deck 2. We know this is a thick material. Okay, and you're seeing a little bit here. It's struggling a little bit, but it is doing it. This is amazing. To me, this is pretty thick material. I think it's even thicker than some woods. Okay, and about halfway in, we did get a quit operating material. Too thick, can't be used. Okay, so you say okay, you say okay. And we got about this far. Boy, we got far. We got far. So I am tempted to retry cutting it. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I'm sort of tempted to try that. I'm going to decide. I decided to retry. I just put it back into the machine. And of course it's going to do the heart 100 times. All we're really missing is the N and the E now. Okay, now it stopped a lot sooner on that one. So this is how far we got on that. Now we're going to try a different material and see what we can do. I'm going to be loading in a nice red burlap, which should do okay. But before we do that, let's go ahead and measure this. I have a ruler here. I'm going to hold my camera, sorry. All right, so I'm going to take my ruler, because remember, they say that they can do 3 millimeter, right? Or 3 millimeter. So here is a ruler. There's the inch mark. I think you can see that. So we're talking about whatever that is, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, and less than that. So you can see that for yourself, and it was not able to cut that. Here it is again. I'll kind of move it down where you can see. Hopefully there's not too much of a shadow. You can kind of see for yourself. Let me flip it around. That was the inches. Let's flip it around. Here is millimeters here. Let's get on a clear one. There we go. So you can kind of see the millimeter there. It's not really doing what it's advertised to do. That's unfortunate, but we will cut on another material now. Okay, and now we've got the red burlap in. It's telling us a 5-minute cut. I did put it on deck 1. Let's see what happens. It's cutting that heart out okay. And we'll show you when we're done. Okay, it says to shift it over to 2. I wanted to see how long it could go. So I've shifted that over to 2, deck 2, and then we tell it to start again. It says okay, and it starts up again. Okay, and so this is how it turned out. I ended up doing it on the red burlap. I did measure that and with the millimeter, and I don't know if you can see that, but it is 3 millimeter, and that is what it's advertised as being able to cut, so it can't. And I found that with a couple other items as well, but it didn't turn out too bad. I'm not super ultra pleased, but it isn't bad either. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.